A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Friday night edition of the show. It's the last edition of Sports Tonight for the week, and promises to be exciting, really, because this weekend holds quite a lot for football, particularly if you are a lover of the African game. The finals of the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations will be taking place on Sunday, and it will be the battle of two big West African teams, the Black Stars of Ghana against the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. Of course, you can be sure that on the program this Friday, we will spend some quality time to talk about that game and to talk about some other development from the Africa Cup of Nations, some good, some bad, some pretty ugly. And we'll be doing a whole lot of talking about all of these issues on the program this Friday. But once again, I'd like to start the show by saying a very big thank you to you for watching, for staying true to us from the beginning of the week up till now. And of course, also promise you that for the next 40 minutes, because the show tonight will just be about 40 minutes, we will try to make it as enjoyable, as exciting as possible for you. Well, before I introduce my partners on the program to you tonight and also give you an idea of what we'll be doing, let me just tell you that tonight, being a Friday, is also the night that we'll talk bar sports. And tonight we have plenty for you around chess. Schools chess will be very, very key amongst the things that we'll talk about on the program tonight. Later on the show, we expect that Tunde Ogunshiku will be joining us, and together we'll take a look at chess from the grassroots, from the schools, and all of that. One other thing we'll talk about on the program tonight, of course, will be to look at the just concluded 2015 Ibile Games, the All Secondary School Sports Festival that just got concluded, ended in Lagos today. We'll talk about it extensively and pick out the positives from what the Lagos State government have been able to put together. A lot of stories around the Golden Eaglets, the Nigeria National League Board, Nigerian referees electing new leaders tomorrow. We'll talk about that as well. Pre-season tournament for the clubs, getting ready for the new Globacom Premier League season 2014-2015 will also feature on the program tonight. And of course, we will spend quality time, as I said at the beginning of the show, to talk about the finals of the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations, and of course the third place game that will be played tomorrow. But let me start off the show the way I love to start the show this new year. The year is still pretty new, although 1 month is gone already and we are already into the second month. Well, feedback, very key for us on the program tonight. So we want you to speak to us, give us your own opinion to issues as we raise them on the program tonight. We are going to be particularly interactive and active on Facebook channels, iPhone Sports, and channels _sports. On Twitter, we are going to be active and interactive as well on the program tonight. And in case you want to be able to follow all that we're doing on your iPad, your iPhone, your whatever device you have, all you need to do is to just follow the address that you see on your screen. youtube.com/channelsweb is also very, very active. And then m.channelstv.com is another link we expect you to use to be able to follow us on your iPad, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, and to make it even a lot easier and smoother for you, just download the Channels TV app on your Android, your iOS, your Windows, and you are just able to carry Channels TV along with you wherever you go. All right, so that's just for information. And don't forget that as you send your tweets to us or your comments on Facebook, as you post your comments, please don't forget to tell us exactly where those tweets are coming from. We like to appreciate you wherever you are on the program tonight. All right, by way of information, we promised yesterday that today we will be announcing the winners for the Aruna Quadri t-shirts that we talked about. But then what we did was that we underestimated the amount of responses we received. A whole lot of you got the answers correct, and it's not just easy to pick out two winners. So please, we will not be able to announce the winners today as initially promised, we will be announcing the winners unfailingly on Monday. So for those of you expecting to see your names as winners for the quiz that we run for 2-3 days, we won't be able to do it anymore today, but you can be rest assured that on Monday we will come out with the names of the 2 winners for the Arnold Quadri branded sportswears. And of course, you can also watch Austin Okonakpan on Sports This Morning and find out from him as well how you can also win on that platform. All right, so that's just to set the ball rolling for you on the program tonight and give you an idea of what we have lined up on the show. We will go on a quick break, about a minute, to catch, let me catch my breath in about a minute. When I return, I will introduce to you those starting off the show with me tonight. And I can also tell you that tonight we will be going to Ghana. We have someone standing by to talk to us from Ghana. And that's very historic because it's Ghana against Cote d'Ivoire in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations on Sunday in Equatorial Guinea. But let's catch our breath. We'll come back for more on Sports Tonight. All right, thank you for staying with us. It's time for us to move on now. And the next issue for us to talk about, of course, is the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. But let me introduce to you my partners on the program tonight. My immediate right, Dumnadio Konta, is on the show. And of course, Saeed Abbas is also on the program tonight. Gentlemen, this is a very, very important weekend that we're going into, the weekend that the finals of the Africa Cup of Nations will be decided in Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah. Well, it's a weekend of good football, a weekend of 2 supposedly giants of African football now, because that means the Super Eagles will be handing over to any of these 2 countries. It's a final between 2 West African brothers. The last time it was a final between 2 West African. Now we're having another West African final. So it means that West African seems to be the strongest as far as African football is concerned, given the performance in the last 3 editions. Cote d'Ivoire got to the final in 2012, Nigeria and Burkina Faso in 2013. Now we're having 2
West African teams in the final again. Is
Is
that a reflection of the dominance of African teams once again? Because
of West African teams.
Of West Africa. Well, 2012 was a Southern African country against a West African team.
Yeah.
2013 was all West African. Now all West African again.
Perhaps it could be a pointer towards the fact that West African teams are dominant in terms of African football. But you have to look at a particular country that has won it when it comes to African Nations Cup. Then you definitely have to say Egypt. So with that, they have a superior argument. Then you have to say the North Africans.
They got anyway. Let's bring you confirmation of the fixtures for the final and the 3rd place game, and also inform you that before Sunday's final, we are going to be having a losers final. A lot of people have come up with the idea that there is no reason to play the losers final, but then that's what is in the calendar. We have to play the 3rd place game, and then we play the final game. So let's see confirmation of the fixtures for you of what will be happening this Sunday. Ghana against Cote d'Ivoire. That's the final match on Sunday. Yes. Massive encounter that promises to be. And of course, before that, on Saturday, we're going to be having the host, Equatorial Guinea and Congo Democratic Republic. But gentlemen, let's pause a little bit. Let's go to Ghana. Let's feel the pulse of our friends in Ghana. Michael Otiaje, respected Ghanaian journalist, is on the line to us from Accra. So let's just quickly meet him and find out from him what is going on. Are the Ghanaians anticipating Sunday's final? Mike, thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight. I'm sure you have butterflies in your tummy already, Michael. What exactly is going through your mind right now?
Well, I'll give you a small idea. I was in the gym earlier this evening, and the whole conversation among the boys, among everybody here in the gym, and after us when we sat down, has been about the Nations Cup final. It is the biggest game in Ghana in a really long while. Every time Ghana has reached the Nations Cup final, since winning it in 1982, it represented the biggest game in the country's history, and Sunday will not be different. I would imagine that tomorrow the radio stations will be full of conversations about it. Sunday will be different. The churches will say a prayer. The players probably won't be able to sleep. All of them know that they stand on the verge of something special. So it should be a very good day. The build-up to it will be very, very interesting.
Well, Mike, before this tournament started, a lot of people didn't really give the Ghanaians a chance of going all the way. A new coach coming in, the Ghanaian media, of which you play a key role. The message was that, look, we're rebuilding, so let's not expect too much from the Black Stars. And has that changed now? Is the expectation now for Ghana to go ahead and win?
Well, I remember very well that, on a similar Friday night program like this, which I do in Ghana, I had very intensive arguments at some point with some of my panelists when Abraham Grant was still taking press conference that his mandate was to do well. The Ghana Football Association didn't want to explain what exactly doing well means. But my understanding from a lot of the people within the GNF that I spoke to was that the Tribunal mandate was simply to put a lot of pressure on him, but he knew that he had to go to the Nations Cup. He had come into the job when the 4 previous coaches before him, including Kwesi Appiah, Grant Stevanovic, Milovan Rivas, and Kuranova, had all taken the Black Stars to the semi-final. So it was very simple. The least that was expected of him was to reach that level. And I said something very simple. If you take a country that has reached the last win of the Nations Cup semi-finals, then it is only natural that Ghanaian football fans would expect him to do also. It's not exactly true that people, Ghanaians really didn't expect the team to get to the final. In fact, the mandate to do well was heavily criticized by lots of people who thought that it was not setting up the right standards for the team in a way that it had to. But I can understand why there was a lot of pessimism. This team went to the World Cup and didn't do particularly great. But also the judgment of the team didn't do particularly great was likely due to the fact that it is judged within a certain criteria. And the criteria has been that when Ghana was going to the World Cup, there was this feeling that there was a team that was supposed to do well. Everybody ignored how good Germany was, how good Portugal potentially can be, and how good USA has been. But when Grant selected his team that played in the semi-finals against Equatorial Guinea, Around Grant played who was playing his 4th semi-final. His brother Jordan was starting his 2nd Nations Cup semi-final. Christian Achu was starting his 2nd Nations semi-final. Yuba Makaso, who scored, was starting his 2nd Nations Cup semi-final. The centre backs were playing their 3rd Nations Cup semi-final each. So there was a lot of experience to expect Ghana to build on it. And even though the group was tough, all of us knew that this was a South Africa team that had not qualified for a tournament they were not hosting in 2008. So a lot of the oppositions to the Ghana who were very poor in 2012 and proved again at the tournament that a lot of the talk about them is not actually. There was genuinely a feeling that Ghana could go out of the group. But a team that most people fear, without the slightest doubt, is an Ivory Coast. And it's not just because there is a history between the two countries, but also because most Ghanaians would rather have a Yayaturi in their team than not have them. When Ghana has played Ivory Coast in the last 4 competitive games, the Black Stars have lost 3 of those. And those 3 games include the 92 final that Ghana lost on penalties, the 1994 quarter-final meeting in Tunisia that the Black Stars lost by 2-1, and the 2010 group stage meeting that Ivorians won